everybody, Ross with Coinsncoffee here. We have something a little bit different today. Inside of this big Crown Royal bag, I had a friend of mine who had a coin collection that was inherited to him years ago, and they had pulled it up and they didn't really know what to do with it. They weren't really sure what they had, and so they asked me to kind of go through it and tell them, you know, if there was anything, if there was worth anything, and just kind of maybe help them bring it to a coin shop and maybe sell it, or just whatever, trying to get a final value on it. And they knew that they had a lot of silver in the bag, which they do. Pulling out everything right now. But there's also some other interesting things in it. Let's see, anything else in the bag? Nope. To that later. Alright, so in here, that's all constitutional silver. There are dimes, quarters, half dollars. You got a mix of Kennedys, Benjis. There's Roosevelts. There's a few Mercury dimes in here. And all the quarters are Washington quarters. And also a little collection of foreign coins. There's a few steel pennies. Some older coins, older American coins, and these are just regular coins, nothing too special, but still I want to go through all of this and take a look, and let's see exactly what they're working with. Alright, I'm going to get everything all out of the bags, and let's see what they have. Alright, so now we have half dollars, and I see Kennedys, Benjis, and some Walking Liberties. We have a 1923 piece dollar. We have quarters, all Washingtons, and here are the dimes. I'm going to go through and pull out all the Mercs, as well as separate all of these into all three, and set aside all of the 40% as well. Alright, so now that we have all that sorted out, let's start off with the preliminary findings. We have 8 Walking Liberties, 15 Ben Franklins, 4 90% Kennedys, 12 40% Kennedys. The 1923 piece dollar does have a mint mark D, and there are only 6 million minted that year, so it does fetch up a higher price than the one from Philly, but only in graded states. And I'm sorry, but this coin I think is destined to be raw. It's not in good enough shape to be graded. Over to the Washington quarters, 69 George Washingtons all together, and there are some from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, so all decades are represented there. There were 50 Roosevelt dimes and 4 Mercuries. So as a favor to my friend, I'm going to search through all this and first determine if there's any numismatic value with any of these coins to help up their investment. But a lot of these coins are not in the best of shape, so they may just be at melt value, which total right now, as of this video, silver was just, about $23.50, and altogether this is about $670 melt value. Now remember, that's not what you're going to get when you sell it. You're probably going to get between 80 and 90% of that. So more like 600 if you was just to sell it off to the coin dealer. So again, I'm going to look through all of these and check for any kind of errors or varieties, or any better dates, semi or key dates. And while I have you here, we'll look at some of the older coins as well. So we do have some Liberty nickels, 1907 and a 1903, and another one, a 1912. And this one, I don't think you can really make out Liberty. They're worn pretty slick. And there are two Shield nickels, which I thought were really cool. One is an 1871, or no, I'm sorry, 1874. So this is a couple of years before the very low mint years. You're looking at, I think, 77, 78, and 79, super low mint years. They're really rare, sought after coins. And this one right here, it's so worn down and degraded that I can't see a date, and I don't want to use Nicodate on this without their permission. So I'll run that by him and explain to him the pros and cons of that. And then there is a 1 cent piece from 1848. And the condition is pretty worn. There's a lot of pot marks on it. Almost looks like maybe this might have been in the ground at some point. But this is a very faked coin. So I'm not sure about this one. In order to really pull any kind of value off it, it would have to be sent in for grading. Again, this is something I'll discuss with them. Alright, so once we go through all the America stuff, we can then go through the foreign stuff. And I'll bring you back. Alright, so I've just searched through all the silver, and we didn't find any good dates, and no known varieties or errors. But the one thing I did find, which was nice, this 1967 from Philly, in pretty nice shape, still has a nice bit of luster left, and we do have a grease strike going on, where a lot of the S and the T is gone from Trust, and a little bit of America too, but not as pronounced as on the S and T. So it's almost like wheat true. So again, that's cool. It's not worth a whole lot, but a lot of coin collectors do like to collect grease strikes, me being one of them. So, yep, unfortunately all of this is just looking at silver melt value, and I've gone ahead and gone through all of the foreign coins, and we did find some silver. So a lot of these foreign silver coins, it's going to have very different alloy composition percentages. So we have two 1951 5 Deutschmarks from Germany, and they're 62.5% silver. So yeah, that's kind of odd. Over in the Canadians ones here, we have a quarter and a dime, and the Canadians put their alloys at an 80% silver content. Right here we have a 1953 sixpence from England, which was 50% silver, and this is a 1944 Philippines 20 centavos that is 75% silver. So all of these together comes out to about maybe $15 to $20 in silver melt value. However, not all coin shops are going to accept these foreigns when they're buying in constitutional silver. And then I just want to run through some of the other foreigns we have, because nothing too valuable, but really neat. I always like looking at old foreign coins. We have a English 1 penny from 1921, and then we have two half pennies, one from 37 and one from 38. We have some more Deutschmarks. So the two Deutschmark from 1951 is a little bit of a rarer coin, and I've seen these go between $5 and $10 sold on eBay. They have a different kind of obverse of the eagle, and then I believe that design was changed 1952 and on. And so there's these two, one Deutschmarks, both from 1950, a Pfennig, more Pfennigs. This one was cool. I had to kind of look this one up because this is very worn down. And you can tell on the side it's going to say Louis the 16th. And, you know, that does look like Louis the 16th. However, there's no date on here to tell what this is. So this is what's called a two souls coin. And apparently they were made in 1792 and 1793. Now this was during the French Revolution, while Louis XVI was still the reigning monarch, but the Republic of France was still on the rise. And so it was only because he was technically still the monarch that he was put on this coin. So if this is a real coin, this is from 1792 or 93. So that's pretty cool, seeing a almost 230-year-old coin. And here's some modern Canadian cents. And we have some Mexican pesos. This one's cool, un centavo from 1890. And then just a little collection from around the world. We have one from China. I like this one, the Portuguese escudo, 1928. I don't know why. Maybe it's the toning of the design. I think it's still in nice condition. So I don't know. I just think it's a charming coin. We have some from the Honduras, from Guatemala, Ecuador. Another from Ecuador. And I couldn't really tell where these were from. So yep, that goes for the foreign coins. Also, in this collection, I'm not sure if any of y'all have seen these before, but these are little commemorative tokens from the U.S. Denver Mint. And so when the Denver Mint was started in 1789, they made these little brass tokens, and you could just buy these at the souvenir shop in the at the Mint. And I've seen some of these sell for around $2 to $3 on eBay. I actually have one that I bought at a garage sale for $1 one time because I just think they're cool. Set that to the side, and we do have some currency in this collection too. So we have, it looks like a Chinese, I believe this is a Chinese $10 bill from 1941. Next up, we have a $2 red seal from 1953. So this was kind of cool because this one's also miscut a little bit. So normal red seals are selling on eBay in nice condition between $5 and $10, and while this miscut might bring about maybe $15 on eBay. There's a little bit of a stain right here, but it's still crisp. It looks like it hasn't been bent a lot, so maybe it might bring it between $10 and $15. And we have some more $2 bills. This one's from 1976, and it's a star note. And it is in a little bit of worn condition, so it might just be better just to hold on to these if they like to collect star notes. And some more $2 bills. And some silver certificates. And, yeah. So, this is technically still $1. It holds its face value. Same with this one. These silver certificates, they need to be in just pristine shape to warrant any kind of true value. But it's still cool. I like seeing these older bills from 1935. And back then, you know, our money was backed by gold and silver. So it was just nice to know that you had that kind of confidence in your dollar, unlike today. Here's some more silver certificates. This one's from 1899, and this is how big silver certificates were. They were usually called large bills, and they were just a little bit different from the regular Federal Reserve notes. This one's cool. It has Lincoln and Grant on it, and it is a common bill, and you can see it has been bent a lot. I think this should just stay in someone's collection and pass down, because I just think it's a really cool part of history. And another silver certificate. So you can see this has the modern George Washington on it, but still is the size of the older one. And this one, you know, this was ripped in half at one point and has been taped up. So again, nothing worth too much from here besides this one. Like I said, could bring between $10 and $15 on eBay. Alright, so that just about wraps up this collection. When I started the video, I was saying silver was around $23, and I know now it's spiked down just about $1. So my advice would be to hold on to this silver. This silver should be going back up. A lot of people are going to be buying into the dip of silver, and that will drive the price back up. So right now, I think it's just a little bit too early to sell this right now. I would keep all of this and save it as an investment. And I would keep these still. These are really cool coins. They're not bringing in a whole lot of money, but that's not always why we collect coins. Sometimes we just collect them because we like to look at them. All right, everybody, that does it for this collection appraisal. This has been Russell Coins and Coffee. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.